Hey sports fans and bettors, welcome to this channel. In today's video, we'll be analyzing past trends, player stats, and more to give you the edge in your bets. To obtain stats the day before the games, subscribe now. I am going to start with the Oklahoma City vs Charlotte game, that will take place in the Spectrum Center on December 29th. The Thunder have a 5-12 away record and they have won 4 of their last 5 games, the last game being victory against Spurs 130-114 on December 27th. The Thunder have 2 injured players that are Jeremiah Robinson Earl and Aleksej Pokusevski. On the other side, the Hornets have lost 3 of their last 5 games, the last game being against the Warriors by a score of 110-105. The Hornets have 3 injured players that are Dennis Smith, Kelly Oubre and Nick Richards. The next game is Cleveland Cavaliers vs the Pacers. This game will take place in the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Cavaliers currently have a record of 6-9 away games and they have won 3 of their 5 last games, all of them being home. The last game was a loss versus the Nets by a score of 125-117. They only have 2 injured players that are Ricky Rubio and Robin Lopez. The Pacers have a record of 10-7 at home and have only lost 2 of their last 5 games. The last game was a victory against Atlanta by a score of 129-114. They have no injured players. The next game is the Clippers vs Celtics, that will take place at TD Garden. The Clippers currently have a record of 10-8 away, and have lost only 1 of their last 5 games. They have 1 injured player, John Wall. Atlanta on the other side have a 14-5 home record and have won only 3 of their last 5 games. The last victory was a home game against the Rockets by a score of 126-102 and also have 1 injured player that is Peyton Pritchard. The next game is the Grizzlies vs the Raptors, which will take place in Scotiabank Arena. The Grizzlies have a record of 7-10 away and have lost 4 of their last 5 games. The last game was a loss against Phoenix Suns by a score of 125-108 and they have no injured players. The Raptors have a 10-7 home record and have won 2 of their last 5 games. The last game was a loss against the Clippers by a score of 124-113 and they currently have 3 injured players that are Precious Achiuwa, Christian Koloko and Fred VanVleet. The next game is the Knicks vs the Spurs, which will take place in the AT&T Center. The Knicks have a 10-7 away record and have lost 4 of their last 5 games. The last game was a loss at Dallas by a score of 126-121 after an amazing performance by Luka Doncic. They currently have 3 injured players that are Obi Toppin, RJ Barrett and Jalen Brunson. The Spurs have a 6-12 home record and have won 2 of their last 5 games. The last game was a loss against Oklahoma by a score of 130-114 and they have 1 injured player that is Doug McDermott. The last game reviewed in this video is of the Rockets vs the Dallas Mavericks, that will take place in the American Airlines Center. The Rockets have a record of 4-14 away games and have lost 4 of their last 5 games. The last game was a loss against the Celtics by a score of 126-102 and they only have 2 injured players, Jae'Sean Tate and Eric Gordon. The Mavericks have a 14-5 home record and have won 4 of their last 5 games. The last game was a victory against the Knicks with a score of 126-121 in overtime and they have 2 injured players that are Josh Green and Dorian Finney-Smith. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the world of sports betting and statistics. We hope you've gained some valuable insights and strategies that you can use to make informed decisions on your bets. Remember, betting on sports is all about understanding the stats and trends, and using that knowledge to your advantage. By analyzing past performance and player statistics, you can increase your chances of making profitable bets. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.